Welcome to A Proverb a Day Keeps the Police Away. I'm Robert, and every day this month we'll be looking at a chapter from Proverbs through a lens that's a little more recovery focused and a lot more practical. Today we're diving into chapter 2 from the Message version, and after reading it I'll share a few thoughts on how this wisdom can play out in real life, especially if you're walking the recovery journey like me. Plus, we're going to have a thought of the day, a quote to kind of think about, and we're going to wrap up with a funny story that will hopefully tie it all together. So let's jump right in. Proverbs 2, good friend, take to heart what I'm telling you. Collect my counsels and guard them with your life. Tune your ears to the world of wisdom. Set your heart on a life of understanding. That's right. If you make insight your priority, you won't take no for an answer, searching for it like a prospector panning for gold, like an adventurer on a treasure hunt. Believe me, before you know it, fear of God will be yours. You'll have come upon the knowledge of God. And here's why. God gives out wisdom free, is plain spoken in knowledge and understanding. He's a rich mine of common sense for those who live well, a personal bodyguard to the candid and sincere. He keeps his eye on all who live honestly and pays special attention to his loyally committed ones. So now you can pick out what's true and fair, find all the good trails. Lady Wisdom will be your close friend and Brother Knowledge your pleasant companion. Good sense will scout ahead for danger. Insight will keep an eye out for you. They'll keep you from making wrong turns or following the bad directions of those who are lost themselves and can't tell a trail from a tumbleweed. These losers who make a game of evil and throw parties to celebrate perversity, traveling paths that go nowhere, wandering in a maze of detours and dead ends. Wise friends will rescue you from the temptress, that smooth-talking seductress, who's faithless to the husband that she married years ago. Never gave a second thought to her promises before God. Her whole way of life is doomed. Every step she takes brings her closer to hell. No one who joins her company ever comes back, ever sets foot on the path to real living. So join the company of good men and women and keep your feet on the tried and true paths. It's the men who walk straight who will settle this land, the women with integrity who will last here. The corrupt will lose their lives. The dishonest will be gone for good. Just like that, done with Proverbs 2, this chapter is all about seeking wisdom and making good choices. Something we all need, especially when we're in recovery. So one line that really hits home for me is if you make insight your priority and won't take no for an answer searching for it, like a prospector panning for gold, like an adventurer on a treasure hunt. In recovery, that's what we're doing. We're on a treasure hunt for a better life. It's not always easy to sift through the dirt and find the gold, but if we stay persistent, wisdom, strength, and peace, they start to come through. So the thought for the day is, what treasure are you digging for today? Are you prioritizing wisdom and making good decisions, or are you letting the world's noise really distract you from what really matters? The quote for the day is, knowledge is knowing what to say, but wisdom is knowing when to say it. And that's anonymous because I think somebody didn't want to get beat up. So in recovery though, it's not just about knowing the right thing to do. It's about timing, your patience, and really knowing when to act. So imagine right now you're in a grocery store and you're hungry, you're browsing down the aisles and you're thinking, wow, I could grab some fruit. Or, hey, those donuts look really good. And suddenly you're torn between wisdom, the fruit, and the impulse, the donuts. It's like a mini Proverb situation right there in aisle 7. So Proverbs 2 is really telling you to go for the wisdom, But man, sometimes those donuts seem so tempting. And that's why we've got to make those wise choices, even when those cravings hit. So what's one area in your life where you're panning for gold right now? Whether it's your relationships or your job, your work, maybe your recovery. Share what you're working on and what insights you've picked up along the way. We'd love to hear it. This is the end of Proverbs Chapter 2. We are so happy to have you along. Again, this is A Proverb a Day Keeps the Police Away. We hope to see you tomorrow for Proverbs 3.